There's a monster inside us all. Some come out when we least expect it. Some of us don't even realize what we're capable of. There are no villains in this story, only hurt people continuing the cycle. I didn't go to the college I wanted to. I felt compelled into a decision to stay closer to home, and I harbored resentment for that. Back then, I didn't have the courage to speak up for myself. I was a people pleaser, didn't like confrontation, and instead of expressing it, I bottled it up. And then my ex stepped back into the picture. She visited around my birthday, right after I turned 18, and something in me broke, or maybe finally gave in. I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell Amelia. I turned off my phone, and I left. For a few days, nobody knew where I was. At the time, it felt like freedom, like rebellion, like I was finally choosing something for myself. Looking back, it was the first time I ran, instead of facing what I was feeling. My family found out I was in Texas. There was a lot of pain, a lot of confusion, and unfairly, some of that landed on Amelia, even though she had no idea where I was either. That first time running away didn't last long. The relationship collapsed under its own weight. There was no trust. Too young, too unsure of who we were. The list goes on. I came home, ashamed, very lost and unsure of what direction my life was supposed to take. For a moment, I even thought about the military, just searching for something that felt like structure. But there was still a lot of emotions that I hadn't dealt with properly. And very shortly after, I found myself back again with her. The second departure didn't last weeks or months. It lasted years. From the outside, life kept moving. Jobs, moves, milestones. But internally, everything blurred together. Alcohol was always there. In the highs and the lows, in the fights, in the apologies. It stopped being something we used and became something we lived inside. There was real love. There were good moments. Moments where I believed genuinely that we could fix things. But there was also chaos. Yelling, fear, broken trust, and cycles we didn't know how to escape. There was emotional pain on both sides. There were moments that crossed lines no relationship should ever cross. Not because either of us were evil. We were both deeply hurt and drowning in addiction. We were just two people hurting each other and calling it love. Our anger and trauma just feeding the monster. When we got married, I meant it. I truly believed until death do us part. I thought commitment would save us. If I just loved harder, tried longer, sacrificed more things would finally change. But nothing ever did. It just kept going in circles and circles. It was just madness, insanity. Just fighting and yelling and fighting and yelling. Saying I'm sorry and then turning around and doing the same exact thing again. Stabbing each other in the back over and over. If you love me, then why do you keep doing this? Why do we keep doing this to each other? At some point, isn't it just too much? It's not enough. It's just too much. And then we sit amongst the broken furniture, saying how much we love each other. How it was us against the world, right? This is just the way things are when people really love each other. This passion, this insanity, it's just love in disguise, right? Marriage didn't heal the wounds that we never addressed. It just locked us inside them longer. Trust was shattered. Alcohol blurred accountability. pain turned into retaliation. And the savior mentality I'd been carrying since I was a teenager only pulled me deeper into the shadow. It was tragically beautiful and deeply broken. After 6 years, everything truly fell apart. We officially separated, and suddenly there was no relationship left to distract me from myself. My car was repossessed, I quit my job, and the drinking became a full-time position. I was alone, and as I continued to cope, the shadow of addiction only grew. There were a lot of things that I wish I had done differently, a lot of ways that this story could have gone. Our monsters had been revealed to each other, our minds and spirits fractured. Words left deeper wounds than any blade ever could. Too many haunting memories from nights I didn't know if we'd survive. The shadow years were over, and I thought the worst behind us all. Time had other plans.